Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, the spectacular brick and mortar running shop located in Carroll County, Maryland. Today we're talking about the new Mizuno Wave Sky 7. So this shoe comes out in July of 2023. This is a max cushion neutral shoe from Mizuno. It comes in on the men's size at 10.9 ounces. On the women's, it's 9.1 ounces. It has an 8mm drop to it, and it's $170. So this is a shoe from Mizuno. So if you don't know, Mizuno has been around for a long time. They started making running shoes in the early 1900s, and in fact were on the feet of a lot of people in that 1908 Olympics. This is a company out of Japan. They make great products. You may run into them from like baseball stuff to golf stuff to running stuff, but they started in the run specialty family, which is why like a lot of people over the years have run in some version of a Mizuno shoe because they make really good durable products. We were really excited about this shoe. You know, if you're not sort of familiar with how like a shoe store like mine operates, is manufacturers will come in like 6 months or a year out and sort of show you the stuff that's coming out in the next years, and you say, I'm going to sell X amount, and you buy them or book them in advance. So we got to see all these shoes in early 2023, late 2022 that were coming out summer, fall of 23. Of all of the shoes from Mizuno, by far the Sky was the one that myself and staff were most excited about. We've carried different versions of the Sky throughout the years, but this was a very big update for Mizuno on this shoe. They added a lot of cushion to it. It doesn't sound like a lot, 2mm, but when you put on a Sky 6 versus Sky 7, it's pretty drastic. And like, honestly, it's probably the best feeling Mizuno shoe on a personal level that I've ever put on. This is probably the best fitting put on my foot and felt super happy. And I think some of the reasons why is if you've been ride or die with Mizuno for a long time, there's been a couple of characteristics that sort of, in my opinion, set Mizuno apart from a lot of the other brands that I carry here. And depending on what you like, it may very much mean that you're not a Mizuno fan, but we have found that a lot of Mizuno shoes are a little bit stiffer, have a high drop, cut a little bit narrower. So if you're somebody who's like, I want something squishy, soft, and I have a big fat foot and that kind of stuff, you might not have ever really jived with the Mizuno, but there's a lot of people who are like, I feel so comfortable, stable, comfortable, like it fits my foot well, I have a little bit narrower of a foot. So a lot of people just didn't get into Mizuno shoes depending on the type of things that they liked in a shoe. But for the people that found their like true calling in a Mizuno shoe, of like, I finally found a shoe that fits my more than a little narrower foot, or like, I like that feeling of like hitting the ground and like not feeling like I'm sinking in the shoe, that I have a little more rebound to it. I think one of the things that I like a lot about this shoe is that it almost doesn't have as much Mizuno feel to it as some of the other stuff that I've tried from Mizuno. It feels a lot softer and a lot more energetic than what I was expecting putting this on, especially because I've run in stuff like the Rider and the other Skies and such, but this shoe is so more plush. And like, I don't notice the drop as much. And there are some Mizuno shoes, while this is 8mm, which is pretty in line with a lot of other shoes in that max cushion neutral category, a lot of times because that shoe was a little bit stiffer and a little bit firmer, I was very aware of a drop being higher. But when the shoe's a little bit softer and you sink into it, like, I don't know, for some reason I don't notice it as much, but I could always notice in a Mizuno shoe that the drop. This shoe I don't seem to notice as much. It's 8mm, so it didn't change from the last one, but I'm just not as aware as much in this shoe compared to the last one. And because it is like more of this Enerzy midsole that they use, that is their proprietary rubber blend that they're using in here, it has a nice snap to it, and it still feels nice and cushy. It has great exterior outsole support, which is another thing Mizuno does really well, is the durability factor. And this is like a really nice beefy outsole to it. And in fact, even though it's a neutral shoe, I feel a nice good amount of lateral support for supination on it. Like everywhere that I would kind of have, not issues, but things that I would like to change for a personal respect on a Mizuno shoe, they kind of did for this for me. It has plenty of width for me. It has plenty of depth to it. The instep height feels good. It's soft and responsive, but it still has a little bit of Mizuno life into it. Like I just like this shoe a lot, and I wasn't expecting to be as happy with this shoe as I was, just because it doesn't usually line up with what I'm looking for in a shoe. Nothing wrong with the shoe. It just didn't necessarily on a personal level do what I wanted. But this shoe for me and for people that we've been pulling it for so far, very good feedback on it. It fits really well. Like we were always sizing people up a half on Mizuno, and like unnecessary in this, really true to size, true to width, all the things you would want in a $170 premium everyday trainer, you're going to get in this shoe. And because it's a Mizuno shoe, you're going to get high mileage, high durability, and really high performance on the way that they've updated this shoe. So Mizuno Sky, high cushion, max cushion neutral shoe. It is $170, which to me, it's still like, it shocks me at some of the prices of these shoes, but and today, full disclosure, we're reviewing a bunch of shoes today, and all of them, the prices are just getting so crazy, but it is what it is. It's $170. You can buy it from our website. Click the link down below and you'll save 10%. So at least this shoe will come down a little bit, knock it out to $153, a little bit more manageable if that's something that's affecting you. We'll get that out the door fast and free with our shipping. But great shoe. If you have questions on the Mizuno Sky, feel free to leave it down below. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe. It certainly helps us out there finding new people. And in fact, if you're looking for any of our local runs and such, feel free to click our events page on our website. You'll see all the local fun stuff we're doing here in Maryland. And if you are in our area, just stop by, say hello, and come join us for some fun out here. Mizuno Sky 7, July of 2023. Thank you so much. Happy running, and we'll see you around town.